It's Marcus again, and it's funny in life really, but I seem to realise more and more as I get older that it's great being older, because all the things you've learned being younger, all the adventures you've had, all the times that you've discovered new things, allows you to finally understand what everything's about in your own way. Of course, we are all different. What may be an understanding, or in my case an inner standing for me, that allows me to connect to the oneness, may be a whole different thing for somebody else. Each one of us is an individual soul with individual needs to become one with Source. We are, in my belief, here in this lifetime to enable us to once more connect through physicality, through being physical beings, back to Source, to the oneness. Taking back to the oneness all that there is. Taking back to all that there is. A bigger and broader understanding of all that there now is. It's hard to put these things into words because they're concepts. They're not, this is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. This is my truth, and that's all I can tell you about. But it's a fact that we're all different, and that doesn't mean that some of us don't resonate at similar frequencies and have similar, if not the same, experiences. Where those experiences take us is a matter for debate about where they take us. So today we're talking about connecting to Source, connecting to the oneness, connecting to all that there is, and how, as we raise up and as we ascend in this physicality into a fourth and fifth dimensional consciousness of being, we are starting to understand how we are able to do this. And like everything in these spiritual pursuits, it's easy, simple, not complicated. Some years back, I was on Clubhouse every week doing talks, talking to people about spirituality, helping people, those that hadn't woken up, guiding those in that journey, helping me understand more about everything during that journey. And I came to a conclusion that the answer to all these truths that had come to me is just to be. Just to be, to be, nothing else. And as I became into that beingness, it made me understand, or correctly, it made me learn to understand that it's only through just being that we can connect to Source. Also, my understanding or understanding of resonance has been greatly enhanced during this time to understand exactly what that means, how we are able, by resonance, by resonating at a certain frequency that is akin to what we are contemplating getting close to, we are able to connect to that closeness. It was something I heard on a video as well that helped me connect to that, and that was the fact that telepathy is not someone reading somebody's thoughts. It's actually being in, I think it was Bashar that said this, who I do really like. Telepathy is more about being able to resonate with that person or being to such a degree that you are one with them. And when you are one with them, their thoughts become naturally your thoughts. And so you hear and feel their feelings and thoughts as they are feeling and thinking them, because you are completely at one with them. And this is exactly what we need to do to connect to the oneness. A few years ago, I was advised that the first and next step for us in our ascension journey is to connect to unity consciousness of humanity. And hence, after that, we will be able to connect directly to Source because of that inner standing we have reached. And in a way, I still feel that is what we're doing when I tell you we are connecting to Source. Because everything is rights layers for us. One rights layer and another rights layer. And it's only when we get down to the next rights layer that we realise there's another one underneath. And so we are letting go of the last dross, which will enable us to rise up. But that in itself is not enough. That in itself will not help you connect to Source in the time that we have. The way to connect to Source is, in my view, because everything I talk about is my view, the way that we can connect to the oneness, or more correctly, to our unity consciousness that is part of the oneness, is by just being in that emptiness of nothingness in the present moment. No thoughts, no feelings, nothing, just empty. But we have to be a certain vibration, so we have to do the work to get us to raise our vibration. And the work we need to do is be in our hearts, be in our joy, do the things that make us joyful, not the opposite. Keep yourself in that joy as much as possible throughout your daily life. Don't let fear into the ear. Keep yourself above all of those things that will tend to drag you down, because this is what we don't need. We need to stay pure by being empty and by resonating at the correct frequency. We are then able to make that connection to the oneness. We don't have to think. We don't have to do anything. We just have to be in our state of being, nothing else. An openness, an emptiness, an acceptance that we are one. I've said before, when I connect with those beings we call the blues, the first thing they tell me is, we are one. We are one. And this is how we are connected with these beings we refer to as star beings, angels, archangels, because we are all part of the oneness. Elementals, fairies, all beings are part of the oneness. So, have a go. See how it is for you. Don't think about it. Just be. Just do it and just be in that empty space. Find a quiet time where you can let go, where you won't be interrupted, where you won't be disturbed for some minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 8 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. As long as you are able to stay in that emptiness. And after you come out of that space, observe what you have felt, what you have seen, what has come into your conscious awareness during that time. And afterwards, you will notice that all things will have changed for you, because you are not the same. You have raised your resonant frequency to a different level now by doing this. Each time you do it, you will be raising higher and higher. You will be connecting more and more of your being to the oneness, until saturation is reached, and you will just be the oneness. We don't have to wait till we see that beam of light at the end of our days to connect to the oneness. We can do it now, without leaving this plane in that way. Have a go. Do ground yourself before you do any meditations, if you feel a need. Thank you for listening. Namaste. Until next time.